The G.E.R.S. is making news again. Here's News Channel 8's Wes Small.
Today we're in Golden Rock at the old Government Employees Retirement System building, better known as the G.E.R.S. And we're going to be going to Coach Foy. He's always been very outspoken against and for government matters, I guess. He's going to talk about the Government Employee Retirement System. You might remember last week we talked to Senator Nellie O'Reilly about the very subject, also talked about it with Vice President of the Senate, Michael Thurland. It's on a lot of people's minds as they approach retirement, early retirement. Where is the money that was put into the G.E.R.S. system? Will you get enough as you retire? Will you be able to retire so we can get fresh young blood into the government and work and take your position? I want to point out right there, this is the new G.E.R.S. building. Construction had stopped for some time here in Golden Rock, but as you can see there, as the cameraman pans around, we do have some workers that is working, and this building has been really going up pretty fast. That is the new government building, the G.E.R.S. building. We also understand that some other government offices will be in that facility as well. So without further ado then, let's take it right now to community activist Coach Foy.
Last November, when they tried to implement 6794, the new reform bill for the retirement system, I blew the conch shell. The legislature was out when they get in the new body. I went to some of them complaining, showing them the language that is bad for the people, that's unjust for the honest working person who went to the legislature. They made numerous times. They change act, bring in new bills, and they never address the 6794. 2 weeks ago, surprising to me, all the great brain meet at Frenchman Reef, the governor financial team, all the senators, and G.E.R.S, and none of them went with a solution. They talk about reforming G.E.R.S. As I said, it is by design, because I bring it to their attention to fix it, and they ain't fixing it. And now in the street, there's about 800 people retiring this year based on the bill, because, people don't want to lose the sick time, the annual time, or the military time that they have. And these is top management people within the government system. And my thing is, if 800 people leave, they have a freeze on hiring the little man at the bottom, but they're hiring crony around the corner. And nobody paying into the system. G.I.S got to pay out. Then how could they explain to me that ain't by design, since they ain't fixing it? When 800 people retire this year, retirement got to pay out. There's nothing going into the system because they ain't hiring. There's a freeze.
How come you're the G.E.R.S. spokesperson? How come no one else contacts me? You seem to be the only one against this system. And then when you go to the meetings, even you told me off camera, you're not happy with the attendance of people who it's affecting. Tell me something. We're the labor leaders. We're the labor leaders of the teachers, of the people who work for the government. And, how come I haven't seen anyone except you?
Well, I'm the lone voice in the wilderness west. As I tell people, I like a guerrilla warfare. I don't run with all these misfits that's supposed to be leading people. They're not leaders. This thing affecting thousands of government employees with numerous unions. Not one union leader come up and speak a thing about it yet.
And how come you're the only one that comes on channel and talks about it?
Because I'm the one who want to see justice done to people, the honest working people. Not these comeback we got that they're supposed to be represent us and represent themselves.
And with union dues, and don't they make salary and everything? How come they're not on the media every night pounding the table saying, Wes, we need this, how come it's always you?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak about the other leader because, all of them may be eating off the crumb off the table. Yeah. And me looking at the crumb off the table, I looking for justice. I looking at the people them who was honest, go to work, do the time, and now they get a slap in the face. They talk about vested in the retirement language. It don't pertain nowhere, and they say, when they passed the law for 2005, they make an umbrella for everybody. And that's my position. The people who was in it before should have never been affected. It should have been only those who were coming in. It's tier 1 and tier 2.
And you got a whole paper, a stack of papers
that's the act right there. But what I'm talking about, they ain't implement the tier 2 section. They arbitrarily only implementing part of the law. The law is a law. You can't choose what
Who's they?
section.
Who's doing
G.E.R.S.
this to you guys?
G.E.R.S. They can't arbitrarily choose what
Right.
section of the law they want to implement.
Before we wrap this up, how can people get involved so the next time, and I'm sure it'll be a next time with you and I, so some other people can be in back of you and say, this is not right. How can people contact you, or what can people do to get to the next meeting? When's the next meeting?
I really don't know when the next meeting. I tried to find out today. I was at the Senate today. You know, as I tell people, I got a million things doing.
Today at the Senate.
But I don't know when is the next meeting. I don't know what the next deal is. But I know this December, a lot of people bailing off the ship without life jacket and lifeboat.
Okay.
There's numerous people retiring because of this bill. And I don't think that it should be a brain drain on the system, because I got money invested in the system. I don't want to see it bottom out. But at the speed we're going right now, it will bottom over. They said 19, I said 10.
That's that. Here at the G.E.R.S. building here, Government Employees Retirement System building. Soon to have a new building right over there. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And now let's take a look at your Caribbean report. Montego Bay, Jamaica, the editor of the Oxford University Press, has issued a letter of apology to the people of Jamaica in relation to the meaning and definition of the word that is now posted in the Oxford Dictionary for the word maroon. The editor has promised to correct the anomaly. And on St. Kitts, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force has received equipment to enable it to assist in the recovery of gun crimes quickly. Police spokesperson Inspector Cromwell Henry said that law enforcement agency has received a microscope from the Ministry of National Security. In Havana, Cuba, the Royal Ballet perfect performance of Mandan, a classic 20th century, at the Karl Marx Theater in Havana has been rewarded by a standing ovation from the public. Cuba's lead dancer Carlos Acosta and Spanish prima ballerina Tamara Rojo took the leading roles. And finally, turning back to St. Kitts, Celebrity Cruises' newest Solstice-class ship, Celebrity Equinox, has St. Kitts on its itinerary 2009-2010 cruise ship season. From November 2009, the 122,000 gross ton Celebrity Equinox will arrive in the region for a series of 10 to 11 nights of ultimate cruise voyages in the Caribbean.